Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Napoleon and today we are back with another Enlisted video, and today we're going to be talking about the new transparency changes. For those who don't know, Enlisted has just come out with a transparency notice or transparency letter, and they've essentially set up a lot of things that we should talk about. Some of the things or changes that they have recently done, and essentially why, and what they are planning to do. So without further ado, let's get started. For starters, I would have to say that this thing has answered a lot of questions that a lot of people had, and answered a lot of questions that they are planning to do. For example, they said that jets were recently introduced as a new vehicle type, they closely monitored the player feedback, and they essentially made some changes. For example, the Kika nows carry the largest bomb in the game, the 800kg bomb, and the ME-262 has belt loadouts twice updated based on feedback, and they have also said that the player base have raised concern about US jets such as the Meteor and the F-80, in which I personally think they are slightly overpowered, and now devs are officially investigating it, which is great. A big thing for a lot of you out there is that, as of right now, the Enlisted is going to be remaining in World War II, so that's good. They said, quote, "We've also seen some comments wondering if this is the end of World War II in Enlisted due to the presence of jets. However, World War II is and will remain the focus of the game. It will not be changing anytime soon." Translation, it will be changing eventually, hopefully, but not anytime soon, which for a lot of you is what I really expect. And honestly, if you ask me, I personally like this idea, because I don't think the Cold War is anything right now. In the next 2 or 3 years, maybe. But let's move on to the next point, and that is the map updates and community engagement. They of course changed some features such as Zelo Heights and Khalif Cave, and they also have a developer, Snowy W, is essentially gathering map feedbacks on the forums. Now this is going to be in the link down below, and I do think that you should all do some commenting on the map feedback. Is not any time that a developer is actually listening to our feedbacks. We also do suggest that the players, you guys, give constructive criticism, which is great. The next thing is the expanded BR testing. For example, the recent expanded BR testing essentially allowed players to do BR testing. This was because they don't want to have a low participation rate on PC test servers, so that's great. And the test resulted in high engagement and valuable community insight. As a result, at least some of the maps will be adjusted moving forward, which is something that a lot of people, including me, have said. And finally, another thing is the battle map and BR changes. The number 1 and -1 BR matchmaking was praised by players, meaning that if you increase one tier or decrease one tier, as right now, you will only be going up a tier and going down a tier. You will not be facing BR5 if you're BR3, so that's great. And of course, devs want to change weapons frequently beyond BR changes. Another issue that they've raised is the fact that vehicle appearances mismatch with terrain, such as the white APC in the desert. That is a recent video that I made, so that's interesting. And lack of vehicle insignia, which the devs are as of right now adding. So that is two main issues that they're planning to solve. And that said, let's move on to the roadmap. For those who don't know, Enlisted has just published their roadmap, and they essentially revised some things. For example, some of the things that you've seen either in red or green, because I am colorblind and I can't tell the difference between red and green, is the things that they have done. For example, the free release on Steam is done, combat events done, silver bonuses for joining any team done, the list goes on, and most of the things on the left have been finished, but the things on the right still need to be done. Hence, Enlisted is going to be prioritizing these features. These include preferred map systems, such as the ones that you want to do or you want to ban outright, and reworking rules for groups, including matchmaking and penalties for deserters, which is essentially one of the things that you should do. And one of the things that you should know is that is already in the testing, so that's good. And finally, we have the changed soldier voices. This is not only for the voice itself, we have the nationality, the name, and the face customization. This is everything except for gold and event troops, so that's great. And of course, we finally have the AIs. For those who don't know, AIs is, as of right now, pretty iffy, and they've enlisted 9 points. One is AIs rushing ahead of players, AIs walking in front of the players while shooting, and AIs interfering with engineered buildings, or in my personal opinion, they come with the buildings, but they don't help with the buildings when you want them to help. And of course, number 4 is AI prioritizing extinguishing self-fire instead of moving away from the fire. And of course, AI shooting players unmanually, shooting through bushes and smoke. And of course, if you turn around the corner, there's the thing in which they'll melee you to death. General bugs and not using proper coverly, map changes. There's a lot of issues regarding the AIs as of right now, of which some of them have been changed. For example, according to Enlisted, the top 4/5 have been changed, which, let's be honest, they have half changed. Number 5 through 7, 5 being AI flick shooting players unmanned and shooting through bushes and smoke, and of course general bugs have or almost completed, which I doubt, considering that I haven't seen them I still see some of them do that, so that's great. Of course, it's gotten much better, I do have to admit that, but still there. And of course, number 8 to 9 have their ongoing, so that's great. Now finally, let's move on to the squad experience. The upcoming quality of life update will balance XP requirements based on one squad progression tree, and legacy squads will be brought in line with this system, so that's great. Another community transparency and engagement thing is that there will be a new experimental dev blog series launched under Operation Transparency, which I think it's a good idea, and there will be weekly streams with Major McDonald's for a Q&A and feedback. This stream will be Friday, and it will be on Twitch, and it will be 700 UTC time to 900 UTC time. So that's great. In my personal opinion, this is a really good idea for Enlisted. This is a very good thing. They've talked about a lot of things, and they've answered a lot of things, so that's great. And in my personal opinion, this is a must-add for the game, in the sense that we need more transparency, so that's great. Hence, there is a lot of things to swallow. Comment in the comment section down below, and comment in the forums. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.